The more we get done in class, the less work you have over the weekend. Alright, so it's always good to pay attention. Alright, now, I really don't want to explain everything, right? So if everybody agrees the answer is 28, we don't have to discuss it. But I also don't want you sitting there going, oh my gosh, I didn't know how to do it, and everyone else knew how to do it, and I didn't want to ask the question. You're not allowed to do that. Everybody agree?
Yep.
Alright, here we go. So you guys tell me the answer to number 28 is obviously
C.
I'm happy. C. Some of the kids in my last class accidentally put what down? A. All right. But what is actually being divided? 5 or the test? Yes. Yes, ma'am. So you know what divided means, right? So it's clearly not B or D, because that's addition and multiplication, right? That's right. Because why? They're telling you the test is what's being divided. What you say first goes in the numerator. What you go second goes in the denominator. Does that sound good to you? All right? That's right. What you're dividing by goes in the bottom. All right, but I always like to tell kids, whatever you say first goes in the numerator. Whatever you say second goes in the denominator. So that's the easy way. All right. 29. Obviously, the answer is
C.
C. Anybody have any issues? And like I said, don't be afraid. Everybody good with C? Uh-oh. What about number 30?
A.
Everybody happy with A? Wow, sounds pretty good. Now, because you paid attention, you now know what the answer to 31 is.
C.
What?
D.
D. I tricked you if you put C. You knew it was an identity. We're just doing what? Multiplying, not adding. So be careful, please. Be careful, be careful, be careful. All right, what about 32? Obviously, C, it's out of order, correct? And since it's out of order, it's always the commutative property. 33. I like it. A. Now again, listen to me, guys. It's not helpful. It's not helpful if you're just writing down the answer and you're afraid to ask me. All right, so speak up if you don't know. What? Then not always. Remember, commutative has to do with order. You with me? If it's out of order, it's commutative property.
So if it was like 1 plus 5 plus 4, and then it was equal like 5 plus 4, and then 4 plus 5, 1.5.
No. No. Associative property is when the order is the same. A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Do you agree with that? But parentheses are in a different order. You with me now? That's associative property. Associative property, the order will be exactly the same. I don't know what you're, listen, it's very difficult to come up with all different possibilities. I want you to remember this. If it's in the right order, if it's in the same order, but the parentheses are not the same, it's associative. If the order is mixed up, regardless of the parentheses, it's always going to be what? There you go. Beautiful, right? Order has to do with commutative property. Parentheses has to do with associative property. Now, on an advanced test, you tell me what you think this is, because you had good questions, okay? I want this. A plus B plus C is equal to C plus B plus A. Of course, why? It's out of order. Are the parentheses out of order too? Yeah, they are. But it doesn't matter because the order is not the same. You with me? Easy, easy. Order is the same and the parentheses are different, associative property. If the letters are mixed up or the numbers are mixed up, it's commutative property. All right, let's have some more fun. So what is 34? Loud and proud, guys.
B.
I like you. B. Now remember what I said. I keep telling you, if you don't know, you got to tell me. All right, let's move forward. All right. 16 divided by 4 plus 18 divided by 2 is obviously...
13.
Wow, I'm pretty impressed here. All right, now this one I tried to make a little bit harder. Who said 42?
That was me.
42? We agree 42? I just expected to be wrong coming from the front row, right? But he's always what?
Right.
He's always right. All right, 42 is good. All right, is everybody happy with that? All right, now I want everybody to look up here because this, I want you to put your pencils down. I want you to close your worksheet. Close the worksheet up for a second. This is mental math. You should be able to look at that and tell me what the final answer is. Yeah, we're going to practice that right now. All right, let's see if you can do it. Now, of course, if you have 4 bowls at $1.59, right, you should be able to tell me how much that is. What's 4 times $1.59? No, you are absolutely incorrect. What is it?
$6.36.
$6.36. No, I know, because you're not listening. $6.36. Now, how do we get $6.36? Because we did, if you have $4, right, and 4.50 cents, that makes what? $6, right? And then you have 4.9 cents, which makes 36 cents. So that's $6.36. Everybody good with that? Everybody's understanding the mental math there, right? So that'd be $6.36. All right? Now, here's something that I'm amazed at how many people don't know is 3 times 99 cents. You should be able to look at that and say that's obviously just right. Obviously,
$2.09.
of course, $2.97. You should just be able to say it's $2.97, obviously. Why is it obviously $2.97? You could round it, right? It's like if you have 3 $1, you have what? $3. However, you're 1 penny over. How many times? 3. So if that should have been, if it was 3, it should be what? 3 cents less. So that's how we got what? $2.97. You agree with that? Now we're going to add that together mentally. If we add that together mentally, who wants to tell me the quickest way to do that mentally? Tell me. Okay, I like that. Somebody else. I can just look at that and tell you what the answer is without doing any carrying or doing any of that other stuff. Tell them.
You just add $3.
That's exactly right. We just add $3 to $6.36. And that's what? That's $9.36. All right? Except what? We added 3 cents too many. So I just subtract out 3 cents, which means it would be what? That's what I'm interested in making you really great at, mental math. You should be able to add those things together in your head. You should be able to hold a couple numbers. Now I'm going to tell some of you guys who like to answer the questions. You just answer questions, and you never answer, guess what? My question. All right? So I'm always a couple steps ahead of you. You're not a couple steps ahead of me. So I want you to make sure that you're answering my question that I ask you. All right? Just like I said, what is 3 times $1.59? And you're telling me the whole answer. You got to listen to what I'm saying. All right? I'm trying to lead you in the direction so you're better at your mental math. Does everybody agree that was pretty good? I don't want to see anybody in here doing 99 times 3 and doing 27 carry the 2. That's ridiculous. Do I agree with that? Everybody agree we can do that, right? Now, we're going to practice in class. If you want to do that at home, guess what? Do it at home. I don't care. right? But we're really going to practice the mental math. I think that's really important. Same thing with $1.59 times 4. I'm not doing 9 times 4 is 36, carried 3. I'm just not doing that. Is that good? All right, I want you to be better at that. All right, I think that'll help you. All right, so that was kind of easy. Now you can open your worksheets back up.
How would you do the 4 times $1.59 again?
I just did 4 times $1 is $4. And then I thought to myself, if I have 4 50-cent pieces, I have $2. You hear that? And then that's 6. And then 6 plus 36. All right, that's good. Very good question. All right, now, did anybody look up what the property for number 38 was called? What was it? Yes, very good. I'm proud of you. Or we could just abbreviate that as the what? Zero property. All right, it's the zero property, which just means anytime you multiply by 0, you get what? You get 0. Yes, ma'am. Now listen, the reason why it's not an identity is because it's not staying the same. You with me? Right? That's what it means by identity. What an identity would be when you would multiply by 1 or you would add 0. Yes, ma'am. That's right, they just call it 0. Okay? Which just means what? Anytime you multiply by 0, you get what? 0. That's all. No, because an identity means you're adding 0 or multiplying by 1. You go down that? If you add 0, you're not changing. If you multiply by 0, you're changing. 5 times 0 is what? 0. If I said 5 plus 0 is what? 5 plus 0 is 5. That's why we say adding 0 is an identity. Because you're not changing the number. You agree with that? All right. When you multiply by 0, you get. Right. So no matter what anybody tells you, if I did however big a number I want to give you, and I say times 0, you just say what? 0. Okay. All right. Let's see who was paying attention. Associative property. Exactly. 39. Associative property. The associative property. All right, and technically we should put a plus sign there as well. Everybody happy with that? All right. I need someone to tell me, is 40 true or false? True or false? False. Anybody else? What did you think? False? True? 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 Why is it true since you thought about it? Tell me. Half of 14 is 7. You said it beautifully. Perfect. So it is definitely what? True. Yes, ma'am. Okay, that's okay. All right. You're still perfect. All right. Yes, sir. Come on. Tell me how I got 7 on the left side. What did we do? He just explained it to you. Are you having trouble with 18 minus 4? What's that? That's the problem. That was the problem. That's the problem. Okay. Good. No, hey, listen, that was good. All right, I'm glad you can laugh. All right, because that's what we're going to be doing. If you make a mistake, it's all right. It's not the end of the world. All right, very good. Very good. Okay, I want everybody to underline conjecture. Conjecture is just a statement based on observation. Conjecture is just a statement based on observation. Right? Math is fun. That's a conjecture because everybody's laughing, having a good time. So we're assuming that it's fun. True? Right. So that's my conjecture. Math is fun. All right? Is that a fact?
No.
No. It's torture for some people, right? It's definitely a fact for some. I like that. All right? All right. So now, are all the factors of 100, do they end in a 0?
No.
No. So that's definitely what? That's definitely false. Good job. Definitely false. Yes, ma'am. Hold up. That's okay. So those we're going to talk about it one more time. All right? So you tell me what 18 minus 4 is. Divided by 2. What is 14 divided by 2? Good. Now what's 18 minus 4? Half of 14. So it's good. This dividing by 2 and multiplying by 1/2 mean the same thing. That's exactly right. Yes. A conjecture is just a statement based off observation. All right? A statement based off observation. All right? Now we know it's true. All right? Now we know it's a fact. Because you proved this. All right. Here we go. Anybody else have an issue with 41? All right. So let's continue to move, guys. All right. Now we talked about this yesterday, so I'm pretty good with this, I feel like. If the domain is 40, what is the range that corresponds to that domain? Yes, I'm proud of you, girl. So we go to domain. Domain is the x. What y corresponds to that x? 33. Beautiful. Now on your notes there, it would be good if we did x and y. Yes. Yes, I know. That's a different meaning. I'm still happy. All right. So range, remember, has multiple meanings. And sometimes we're going to take a test and we'll say, what's the range of the data? And you're going to say the minus the high and the low. And then sometimes we're going to say, what's the range? All right. And you're going to have to know the context in which the question is asked. And then you'll know what to do. That makes sense, right? Yeah. Lots of definitions. Usually which one is first? And then the beautiful. That's right. Exactly. Yes, ma'am. What? This one that we're on right now? So, do you remember what I said the domain is? See, most of the time, and listen, don't feel bad, because I just didn't explain it very good. Most of the time, the reason why kids don't know math is because they don't understand the words. Right? So you have to understand what domain means. What does domain mean? You forgot, that's all. It's the x value. So what I need you to do is highlight domain, and then under domain, I want you to put x value. And then under range, you highlight range and put those are the y values. Right? So the question basically is just saying, if the domain is 40, that's why I highlighted 40. What y value corresponds to 40? 32. If I said, if the domain is 25, what's the range? If the x value is 25, what is the y value that corresponds to 25? You can do it. Okay, so isn't this right here 25? So what's right next to 25? Yeah, I know. You're with me now, right? So 25 corresponds to 55, 30 and 47, 35. You're with me now, right? So these are the x values, these are the y values. Domain is always the x. And I always tell kids it's easy to remember this because it's alphabetical order. Domain comes before range, x comes before y. Yes, ma'am. Very good, lots of ways. She said something kind of nice. If you wanted to, it's just a different way of writing the ordered pair. So the ordered pair we could just say is this, right? Comma, 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 and those are the numbers. Agreed? All right, that's not bad. Good job with your questions, guys. Keep asking until you're satisfied with the answer. All right, keep asking. No playing around, guys. I mean it. All right, here we go. Now, some of the kids last class thought that number was 4,200. Anybody think that was 4,200? This number right here, what is this? What's that number? 4, 200, right? So the question is, we're going to make what do we think 8 would correspond to? 8, what?
450.
450. What did you get? Oh, God, it's making a lot of noise. 8, 400. Yes, I know, so don't worry about it. You're going to correct that. That's good. 8, 400. Yes. Yeah. Right? And it's all based on, what did you get? Yeah, because look, so basically what you're trying to do is, what I want to show everybody right here is, you could have written them out as 1, 50, right? 2, 100, 3, 150. So what's happening to the y values? They're increasing by what? 50. And the x values are increasing by what? 1. That's how simple that problem was. So 8, after 8 hours, we would be at what? 400. What? Brilliant. Good. Anybody else? All right, here we go. Let's look at the next one. Beautiful. 16. Right? Now what I want you to do is plot those points. So we're going to plot the points, and we're going to plot 0, 0, and then we're going to plot 1, 8. Now the question is, where on this line would I plot the next point? Well, I went over 1 and up how many?
8.
So I should go over 1 and probably up another what?
8.
There you have it. So y was 16. Beautiful if you got that. Yes? Yeah, it's just patterns. All right, a big part of math is following patterns. A big part of math is following patterns. All right, now I want to know who got 45 right. If you got 45 right, you're thinking. Describe the graph of all possible points where the x is 0. What is it? I'm proud of you. That's perfect. What else did you think? Yeah, so far so good. But you're supposed to describe what that represents. What does that represent? On the y, say it, who said it? On the y-axis. Very good. Very good. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so here we go. You ready? Watch how easy this is. I'm going to plot points. This point right here is what? What did I just plot? 0, 0. What's this point right here? What's this one? Let her answer. And this is? So you see the pattern, right? So it's just all the points on what? What's this called? This line right here. That's right. It's called the y-axis. So anytime your x value is 0, you're going to be located on the y-axis. What if I said, what happens when your y value is 0? What do you think we're talking about? Say it. That's right. When y is 0, we're referring to the x-axis. And I'm not expecting you to remember that. I'm expecting you to logically figure it out. Right? If you plot the points where all the y values are 0, now you're plotting these points right here. And you see, wow, that's the x-axis. Yes, ma'am. Yes, that's exactly right. It seems backwards, doesn't it? Yeah, it seems backwards. All right, but it's not if you actually plot those points. You can see it. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so the question is, you just have to know in math, this line right here that I'm highlighting right now, that's referred to as the y-axis. That's all. This line right here is referred to as the what? The x-axis. That's correct. So let me make sure you're okay with this. Or I'm going to highlight something again. Make it a little bigger so you can see. I'm drawing something right here. What is that called that I just drew? Nope. Well, yeah, it is a line, but specifically, it's on the graph. That is correct. That is called the y-axis. So if you plot points when the x value is 0, you're really plotting always numbers on the what? On the y-axis. Well, I wanted you to say, if the x value is 0, you're on the what? That's what they're asking. Describe the graph. The graph is the y-axis. Right? If you plot when y is 0, you're going to actually graph the what? You're going to graph the x-axis. Yes, that is correct. All right, here we go. Let's go on to 45. I thought this was kind of easy. Anybody else get 3-5? 3-5 is okay? Now remember, it's an ordered pair, so let's put 3, 5. Well, did you plot the points? You had to plot the points in order to get it. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's plot 3, 4. Here's 3, 4. You agree with that? And then I plotted 1, 4, which is right there. And then I plotted 1, 5, which is right there. Yeah. That's all it is. You have to plot the points, though. Yes. You are brilliant. You are 100% correct. You didn't really even have to plot it, but most kids don't think of it that way. That was really smart, though. All right. Let's move forward. Now this one, come on, guys. This one I expect you to be organized. Be organized. Be organized. What did you get? 47. What did you get? Tell me, it doesn't matter. Good. 16. What did you get? Yeah. No, don't be oopsies. That's okay. Right? We started with how many? 28, right? Then if you gave 2 and you gained 5, you gained 3. That's all right. So this would be, after 28, that would be what? 31. And now you gave what? 3 and got 8. So that means you're gaining what? You're adding 5. Right? And then you're what?
6.
And then you're what? Right. Just add it up. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, here was something a little bit harder. I need the domain. Mr. Oren, what's the domain?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm proud of you, buddy. Domain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who wants to tell me the range? Tell me. 3, 7, 9, 13, and 16. Is that what you said? All right. I'm happy with that. You happy?
I just read it like this.
I'm okay. I'm all right. Listen. So again, this is how I normally tell kids. If you want to find the domain, you draw down. If you want to find the range, you draw where?
Side to side.
You draw to the left. Everybody see that now? All right, that's not too bad. All right, I'm happy with that. All right, let's see about 49. Oh, okay, so these good little definitions here. Let's see how you did. All right. A blank is a letter or symbol used to represent an unknown value. All the way in the back. Variable. Thank you very much. That is a variable. Beautiful. A blank contains variables, numbers, and at least one operation. Some kids got this mixed up, so be careful. Yes. An equation. Now, what do you think? Listen to me. It's okay. Equation. Equation is when two things are equal to each other.
Oh,
That's right. Equation is when two things are equal to each other. So this one is called a what?
An algebraic expression.
Yes, very good. An algebraic expression. An algebraic expression just lacks an equal sign. Okay, right? All right. So we have an algebraic expression. All right, for that one. An algebraic expression. Not an equation, because an equation is something that two things are equal to each other. All right? All right, now we've done a lot of good work here. So A times B is equal to B times A. Who hasn't said much today? What was that? Yes, commutative property. Thank you very much. Commutative property. Very good. Now, I already gave this one away now. Come on. Everybody was listening. This one's now is a equation. All right, I'm happy with you guys. All right, now, this one was very similar, but instead of giving you an example, they wrote it out. What is it? Yay, very good. Associative property, very good. It has to do with the groupings. All right, now this one is the one I thought was very tricky too. It was very similar to number 40. No, it was like close to 50. What do you think? No. What do you think? Yes, numerical expressions. That's the difference between an algebraic expression and a numerical expression. Numerical expressions only do what? Numbers. All right. Algebraic expression has what? Letters. All right, or variables. Thank you very much. You're up. Tell me about number 55. In an ordered pair, the blank is listed first. X coordinate. Thank you very much. Oh, that's okay. I like that. Domain. Good. If you put domain, pat yourself on the back. Either one of those. If you put domain or X, I'm really proud of you. All right? Very good. And so then 56 would be the... Now, technically, they're asking about the 3, so generally we say that would be the Y coordinates. Because generally the range is talking about all the numbers, not just something specific. But again, you guys did fantastic, so I'm happy with that. Now, listen, we still have 10 minutes, so listen, here's the thing is, who agrees with me the ERBs are kind of hard? Okay, so now look how many smart kids are in here. Now you're going to help each other for 10 minutes. All right, I want you to help each other. Move around the room. If you got number 1, show number 1 to somebody. If they didn't know how to do number 2, you show them how to do number 2. I want you to work with each other and try to get these correct, because we're going to review this very last thing on Monday before we start out of the book. All right, we do chapter 1 out of the book. Yes?
Is this our study test?
Well, we're going to have 2 study guides. All right, this is one of them. Yes, you're supposed to do it last night. Good. But they were hard, so I want you working together.
Yeah.
We're going to go over on Monday. Yeah. Numerical. Because why? Because it involves numbers.
Because it ain't no 24. I know it's 4 plus 3. And
This is
I realized it was so simple after I did all of this, and I realized I was like, oh, it has to be 1. It's just 2 times 2 plus 5 is 7. I looked at that, like went through like a bunch of different possibilities.